Welcome to Lifestyles of the Strange and Exotic, a day in the life. Now, I was expecting to plan a much more boring day in the life, typical one. Strangely enough, this will be an atypical one. My glasses are ready, so I'm going to pick them up, and I'm going to show off my car here, and I finished editing, the quest to find said car, and then it's the editing the review of the car. So, onward and forward. Achievement unlocked. There's enough of a subscription change, prescription change, where it's like a little wonky. So, I'm not driving through magic mirrors. So, on to show off my car to Mother. We'll probably bitch about it. Stay tuned. Well, that was a bit more of an exciting day than I expected. So, to share, I am now rocking my new glasses, which I kind of like better than the old ones. I don't seem to get lost in them. Of course, they work with lighter hair too, so. And I've got mostly silver, so. And these are little kids' glasses. So they actually fit without falling off. I did this in like the eyeglass store, and she's laughing at me. I'm like, well, it ain't coming off. But there's just that much of a change. But I had them on for a little while, so I'm kind of, I guess, adjusting. But my face is like, boom. So it's like you feel like your glasses are doing this. It drives me the hell nuts. So there'll be no continuity again, so you'll see the old videos in the old glasses and the new videos with the new glasses. So, at least they came. They're supposed to be like 2 to 3 weeks, and it's been like over a month. Typical. But, I got them. They fit. She adjusted them. I can see out of them, which is always a plus. And they're not the transitions, so I can see the world in the normal colors again. Which will help with filming. Which is why I didn't bother with the transitions. So, after all that, I couldn't quite film afterwards because I showed off the car to Mother, who actually liked it, thought it was, the man-child's car. So she's like, well, she was going to go to Walmart. I'm like, okay, well, and, hit the wheel and all that stuff, so you get a haul besides. Unplanned. So I'm like, okay, well, I can, I need to get a few things for the spirit grandparents, so it'll make it easier when I do grocery shopping. I won't have to get, humongous thing, and So I drove her to the Walmart and back. So she enjoyed it, and I didn't realize the seat goes up and down, which is kind of a first for me. So I do kind of like it a little higher, but I don't have like any room for my knees. So that's a little bit of an adjustment I have to make. So that was cool. So I was hoping to kind of, well, maybe I'll end up doing that later, but we'll see. So, hit the wheel, hit Walmart, sold some of my greeting cards that if you follow me on Instagram, a few of those. Well, at least you'll never have the same card twice. So, we'll see if I manage to actually get into what I kind of wanted to do today. So, we'll see. But I shall do the haul. So we'll squeak in one of the Goodwill hauls. Now, it's hard to find a wallet that really fits every single need you have. I have a lot of wallets, but there's always like, you either get bored of them or you need something, else for it to do. So I found this one today, and I thought it was kind of neat because it has the 2 separate sides, which I kind of need. And I don't think it's any particular brand. I don't see any tags or identifying. It doesn't tell me what it is. Not that I can see anyway. I think it's just a cheapo thing from like Kmart, made in China. I see nothing. Don't quite understand this. I don't know if you can pick it up. There's like a little extra snap here. Like this might fold inside to that. I have no idea. But I liked the little extra pockets because I'm always, you know, hoarding receipts. So that should help a little bit. So, and this is the one I've been using, so I thought it was kind of neat. And I kind of like the extra place for your change. The 10 million pounds of change every person has in their wallet. Oh, could have given her another silver coin. I have no use for them. I just sort of carry around the Big Y silver coins. I don't know if you guys have Big Ys around where you guys are, but they're pretty much just pointless pieces of nothing. You can see it's had quite a bit of wear because it's kind of wearing in the corners there, but it serves my purposes. Nothing wonderful. Makes us feel huge. I mean, this one seems so much wider, but when you put them next to each other, there's hardly a difference at all. Oh well. Sit. And you want to hand that to me? Do you want to hand that to me? This should be fun. Oh, this is it. You keep hurting. And the next thing I got was a box. A box of computer paper. Now, I just now noticed that it actually does show you what the paper looks like. Yes, I know. It sounds strange when you say it. But I don't know if any of you are still alive that have printers that have the old feed. But it's still just 8.5 by 11 paper, all done like this. So that'll be my task. I think I did that once. I found some paper like this, and you just take off the edges and unperforate them. So that'll be my task. That's good. 2 reams right there for $4, and you pay what, $3 now for that much. So it was a box for $4. Not totally full, but you know, good for, you know, nothing special paper. It's perfectly good paper. You just gotta take it apart and do that. And I like mundane things like that. I'll actually enjoy doing that. So, but it was really hard trying to carry him. I wonder how many pounds this is. It doesn't tell you, huh? 20 pounds. So it's probably, well, a ream of paper is maybe half a thing of sugar. So maybe, you know, 2 things of sugar worth of paper. Plus I could use the box. So that was an interesting find. So that was my Goodwill haul. And the wallets were $1. And I finally, actually I didn't find this, Mother did. And I wanted it when, you know, wanted to see if I could find it when Bunny mentioned where she had gotten hers. And she had a top on, I guess she got from Walmart. And I went to look and I couldn't find them. They finally had them. Ta-da! And they're what, $3.88? Yep. So they finally had them in Walmart. And these are the ones, like, I don't know if I showed you. I think they made it into a haul where it doesn't matter which way you put it on, it's still right way. So, yay! And, oh, this is just so perfect for me. So I might pick up a few more, actually. But I figured I'd grab one while they were there. And it's mediamo. Mother's like, you sure don't want bigger ones? But I'm like, well, you know, I got a large and it was a little too big, and I like the way the mediamo fit. So finally it is mine. And I shall have more. Note to self, put that in list. So, hell yeah! So it's a nice taste of spring. Though I'll probably wear my tight sleeves, you know, to wear it now. I'm so happy now. Now I'm stuck with it in my lap because you won't move, and you're not helping, guys. And I did open the box because it had it taped, because I wanted to see, you know, not just, you know, what kind of paper it was, to see, you know, if it had, you know, like I had a ream of paper in my car someplace and it got wet, so it was stained, but it was good for just, you know, if you wanted coupons or something unimportant. You know, I had to like peel them out, you know, because they kind of stuck together. But I didn't waste the paper because it's still printable. So I wanted to make sure it wasn't, you know, dirty or ripped or anything like that. So, especially since I used most of my paper printing up the manuals to the car. The first part of the manual printed out fine, but for some weird reason the second half did like the half pages on each page. So I ended up with like an extra book. Regardless of what setting on it. It's like, you did the first part, why can't you do the second part? That's when I could have used this paper. Alrighty, so that is the impromptu haul. So now I'll put my jammy top on, and then I stopped off, well, I think I mentioned that already, but did stuff outside that I didn't film. Be grateful, I guess, I don't know. So what I hoped to do, needy drinky, out of boozy. So I was hoping to kind of switch things around in my car again, but now it's dark. So I can't do that, which sucks. So we'll see what the next plan of today's agenda is. And I wanted my package today. Told him, pick up my package so I could show you in the hall here, or at least in amongst my day in the life here. I get the mail. Mail was gone by the time I got the mail, so now I have to wait till midnight to get the damn thing. It's like, is there a different version of English men speak that we women haven't quite figured out yet? Because they sure as hell don't understand us. Because it's delivered. I can trace that package. My eyeball is someplace else. God knows what it's seeing. Oh well. On to the next phase. Alrighty. Task belated. And I need more light in here. Why? Oh. I just gotta now go through my stuff for Summerfest. Hoping that I can get all of that into that. This may or may not be a success. I know not. I still don't know about that wicker thing. If I want that. It's useful in some ways, but not too, because you really don't see what's on the bottom. Which sounds strange, but people's eyes just don't work where you want them to work. So, not quite sure where to put that in my car. Well, I do have a spot, but it slides, so I'm not quite sure how to attach it. Alrighty. I got, oh crapola. Okay, that was stuff. Why do I have yarn? Oh, that was something to do. That explains the yarn. With crochet hook, needless to say, I didn't do anything. Okay. My displays and my those things you put on beds, but I put on tables instead. And hard to do this with one hand. And my various it is the black hole. Okay, there we go. You know, those things. So that is my task for the moment. Told you my life is boring. Plan 2, now that I have to do it in the dark, is rearrange, sort of, vehicle space. Now this just looks a little too ghetto here. The tarp. So I will use bedsheet instead. So that is my task. So it should look a little nicer. And I thought too, and it seems to work out because the sun comes behind me, that I can take pictures of my stuff in my car. So I might get a better picture for my Etsy store, which is hard to kind of validate in the deep dark of the night. And a moon. Okay. Another achievement unlocked. That looks much nicer. You know, you probably can't tell. So it protects, well, any tip. If you have, and you kind of plan on keeping the seats down, and you're using it for a cargo area, tarps kind of, they show up a lot. So if you want to protect your folded down seats in your cargo area, and, make it look fairly nice too, fitted bed sheet. And I tucked it underneath the little plate, I don't know what you'd call it, the little piece that comes up over your spare tire. So that's one end, and then I tucked it underneath the seats, or over the headrests on this end. I'll show you more maybe in the daytime. So again, achievement unlocked. Okay, I'm finding that incredibly annoying. I'm supposed to have 2 white sheets. No, I lied. 3. I have 2. I don't want 2. I want the 3 I had. I have no idea where that 3rd one is. But I did manage to easily condense everything into one box. Except maybe that. Well, spinny thingy of displayness. So I found the mystery sheet. Tucked it amongst my coffin purses, and for some odd reason, I have these. Okay, problem solved. I haven't put these up yet because I don't have decent pictures yet. Do I still have pictures of those? I don't know. But these are 3 more to find a home. Ugh. Okay, mystery solved. Ta-da! Hoorah! With a little more to spare besides. Oh, I'm getting many Zimo points. Hooray! Now, I was going to do some greeting cards, but I think it's too dark now. So maybe I shall tear apart my paper until I find something else to do. While waiting for my eyeball. I want my eyeball. You wait a month for your eyeball to use for your new glasses. I mean, seriously, everybody should have a spare eyeball. I don't want to know what that thing is looking at. This is turning out to be a lot more fun than I expected. Here's your finger. There we go. So I am now taking apart long piece of paper into separate piece of paper that I can actually utilize in modern day printers. And then I'll have to take off the sides. And I swear I've done this before. Pretty sure I have, actually. The first printer I ever had was like this. Dad got it from work or something. I'm picturing, your typical small dot, your small, what do you call those, bubble jet printers? And he comes home with this monstrosity. But it served its purpose for the time. But I am doing that while watching Angry Joe. So I like his reviews. So I shall rip apart paper while he yells. There we go. It's nice when they put playlists. It just makes it so much more easy to do and enjoy. Now back to ripping apart things. Haha! Alrighty, I managed to get all the pieces separated. And now I'm just pulling off the sides. Went a lot faster and only like 3 of them ripped. Which surprises the hell out of me. Yay! Huzzah! I finally got my eyeball. I finally got my eyeball. I was hoping it would be the size of a quarter, but it's actually the size of a nickel. But it's still a nice size. And this, came with a nice chain. And it came with a surprise. I was not expecting that, since it came with a chain. So it came with like a little hemp bracelet-y thing. Which is cool. That was a nice surprise. And it came with a pretty bag like the other one did. And something I want to drool over. I did ogle that one. Really like that one. And it's the same stuff that was in Cone Off too, so it's the same company. I want one of everything. I want that. That's awesome. That's a bracelet. Would be really cool. Okay, stop drooling. I got a good chunk of the pile done. Did probably more than half while watching the universe. So, just continuing doing this. Put my eyeball on my necklace. And go sleepy bye for our road trip for tomorrow. Thank you for watching my incredibly exciting life. Do comment down below if you've gotten anything from Konov or J-Blue and all that stuff. I mean, the quality is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, subscribe! There's always room for one more at the strange and exotic. See you next time.